Okay, estudiantes, these are your notes on subject pronouns and interrogative words, question words. Okay, estudiantes, your notes on subject pronouns, right? I, you, he, they, we, etc. And interrogative words, which is a fancy way of saying question words. Yo is I. Tu is you informal. So you use tu when you're speaking directly to another person, and it's another person that is either a friend or a family member, somebody that you would call by his or her first name. El is the same thing as he. Ella would be she. Usted, right, which you can abbreviate or you can write out the long way, but they're both on there, is also you, okay, but it's formal. So this is, again, when you're speaking directly to one person, but it's somebody that you do not call by his or her first name. So if you were addressing me, Senora, are you giving us homework tonight? You would use usted because you don't call me by my first name. You call me by my title, Senora, or my last name, Senora Shields. Nosotros or nosotras, right, is we. So anytime you have another subject pronoun and you add yo, right, my friends and I, Bob and I, my brother and I, it always equates to the same thing as we. So when you see nosotros, it's pretty easy, but your brain needs to be able to connect the fact that Pepe and I is the same thing as we, nosotros. Ellos is they, ellas is they, but feminine, group of all girls. Then you have ustedes, again, you can abbreviate it or write it out. That's you plural, you all, you guys, y'all. Whichever way makes sense in your brain, that's how you should think of it. But you use it when you're addressing a group of people, okay? Any other subject pronoun, okay, except for yo, when you add tu or usted, that's the same thing as ustedes. So if you say, right, Benito and you, that's you plural, you guys, okay? It's super important that your brain can make that conversion. If you're having trouble with that, you want to see me ASAP. All right, so these would be practice, okay? David y yo, right? Your brain hopefully is figuring out that David and I is the same thing as we, and that's nosotros. Rafael and Teresa, right? That would be they, ellos. Elena and Luisa, two girls, that would be they, but feminine. Pablo y usted, Pablo and you. That's the same thing as you guys, you plural, ustedes. Tu y yo, you and I, that's we, nosotros. Carmen and you, right? Again, that's you guys, you plural. Mis padres, my parents, that's the same thing as they, ellos. And el perro, the dog, that would be like having he. Okay? Now we move on to our question words. Every single question word has a written accent mark. Every single time when you use these words in a question, they must come with an accent. ¿Quién means who? ¿Quiénes is who but plural. So if I'm talking about one person, who is that guy, I use quién. But if I'm talking about multiple, who are those girls over there, I'm going to use quiénes. ¿Qué? What? ¿Cuándo? When? ¿Dónde? Where? ¿A dónde? To where? ¿De dónde? From where? ¿Cómo? How? ¿Por qué? Why? Separate, right? There's a space and there's an accent. Cuánto or cuánta is how much. You decide whether to use cuánto or cuánta depending on the word that follows it. So the example, if it's how much money, right? Dinero is masculine, so I use cuánto. If it's how much homework, tarea is feminine, so I use cuánta. Cuántos and cuántas, how many. Same kind of principle. If I say how many boys, right, and this is masculine, I'm going to use cuántos because it's masculine. If I say how many girls and it's feminine, I'm going to use cuántas because it's also feminine. Cuál means which one. Usually it's followed by de. Like, which one of these colors do you like the most? Okay. Cuáles is which ones, also usually followed by de. Which ones of all these samples would you like to use? Okay. Cuál plus s, and I mean s when it's a conjugated form of the verb ser, okay? Not when it's one word, but when it's separate. Cuál plus s is going to come together to mean what is. So if I want to say what is your favorite color, I'm going to say cuál es tu color favorito. Okay? What is your favorite color? And then cuáles plus son, again, cuáles and then son as a form of ser. Okay, so not together, but two separate words is going to mean what are. So this sentence here, ¿cuáles son los derechos básicos de los ciudadanos? What are, okay, that's that phrase, what are the basic rights of the citizens? That's what that's asking, okay? And that's it.